I really wish people would stop sending me reels. I do not watch reels and I feel rude because I don't open my messages, but that's not how I get my education. I'll never watch reels. So every once in a while I'll be on YouTube and something will be on my timeline and I'll say, well, God must want me to watch this. It looks relatively important. So I'm currently watching this documentary and I just want to break it down for you what I'm learning. And so basically they went back to Plato's cave, which, way back in the day or something along these lines. They literally would sit in front of a wall and people would be behind them casting shadows onto the cement wall, and they named the shadows, and the shadows all had a story. Which shadow was who? They went to war over shadows. You know what I'm saying? They gave all the shadows a life. And not one of those people ever turned around to see that it was just a shadow. And it will go on to tell you that that's the ultimate heist is consciousness. So you're trading your consciousness for a paycheck at the end of the week. And that's all they want. And they don't value money. And there are so few of them. They say there's only 150 people that run this psyop. And they go on to tell you that there was, a situation where, let's just say, a woman, she was she had chains around her and she was being forced to live this life with chains on, she thought. And so one day she touches her chain when nobody's looking, and it's just a ribbon. And so she takes it off and she's looking at all these scary guards that have been watching her whole life. And they watched her take the ribbon off and they didn't even move. And so she's like, are they going to let me just walk away from here? No way. No way they're just going to let me walk off. And so she tests her limits and she starts to walk off and they're just drinking their soda, whatever the scenario is. And she just leaves and they don't say not a word to her, because ultimately nobody is forcing you to do anything. Every single thing, you should not take stock in anything that I say or anything that you see on the internet. If you don't go do all of your own research, you will stay a mind control slave. That's ultimately all this is. But what I don't like is that I was born into a life of sin on modern medication. And so I just want to reiterate to you that I suggest you start this book over from the very beginning and you read it like it's current events, not in the past. You shouldn't be eating animals for no reason either. No modern medication. There's an herb and a seed for everything, and the seed has to come from within. And that should mean a lot of things to a lot of people, especially if you're trying to have a baby. You've got to heal your reproduction system. And you're not going to be able to do that unless you get off of all modern medication and take every chemical out of your body and heal your cells all the way down to high blood pressure. They won't let me get into too much detail on TikTok, and I'm getting ready to lose this account, but this is for the watch list. So what I'm going to do is I'll just go, because they lock out my IP address, so I can't make another account. So I'll have to go buy a new phone today and get a new IP address and open up a brand new TikTok and wait for these 150 fucks to catch up to me. It won't take them long, about 10 minutes. Have a nice day.